You've ever watched someone say something so wild, so disconnected from reality that you gotta pause the video and just stare at the screen like it owes you rent? That was me watching Pokimane on a boat in Venice talking about wealth inequality. Now, I don't expect everyone to be an economist, but if you're rich on vacation, floating through Europe with your other millionaire friend, maybe don't say that there's about to be a revolution in America because the wealth gap is too big. Pokimane, the revolution you're talking about would probably start with you. You're not a revolutionary, you're the DLC boss at the end of the capitalism level.
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? Right? It's getting there, right?
We've already had one.
Another one.
What's going on?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that shit.
No, wealth disparity.
Wealth disparity.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Thanks.
And we hate the rich. Anyways. Too much.
Aren't you the rich?
No! Like the ultra rich, the ultra giga rich, the unnecessarily
You have to clarify.
rich.
They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Oh.
You
the
gotta
ultra
say
giga
you
rich.
gotta say the billionaires.
The billionaires.
Because you are rich.
The Bezos.
You can't be saying that.
I am. I'm rich in friendship.
Yes.
Pokimane says we hate the ultra rich, real solidarity moment right there, until Jason hits her with the "Are you rich?" And obviously she drops the classic "Eat the rich." But not me, I'm one of the good ones. Pokimane, this isn't your Twitch chat. You don't get to write the rules and become the exception. This is textbook selective morality. You adopt the values of the common people so they don't realize you're sitting on a gold throne behind the curtain. It's activism as fashion, it's rebellion as background noise while you're popping champagne on a yacht in Venice. You don't get to stir revolution talk while living the soft life your viewers are struggling to even imagine. And because I know the wealth gap truly bothers you, I'm sure that you're gonna give out all your money to the people in need, right? But now guys, it's time to have a look at the comment section to see if I'm just a hater or I'm not the only one with a little bit of common sense. Pokimane's net worth is $25 million. Dumb. It's giving Katniss Everdeen vibe, but sponsored by Cartier. Do I even need to say something for this one? Because it's like watching a movie where the bad guy accidentally gives the hero speech while robbing the bank. They went from eat the rich to eat the super rich because they became rich. Exactly, eat the rich turned into, well, only the really rich, because I love having money. You don't start being rich just because you put relatable in your Instagram bio. And look, when randoms call you out, you can brush it off. But when even other streamers, professional full-time delusionists, are pointing out the fact that you are out of touch with reality, that's when you know it's different.
To the rich? No. Like the ultra rich.
Shut the f up! No! I'm just like you poor people! On a yacht drifting through Paris making millions of dollars. Shut the f up. If you're gonna eat the rich, you gotta eat yourself. Holy...
Giga rich. The
You have to
unnecessarily
clarify.
rich.
They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Oh.
You
The
gotta
ultra
say
giga
you gotta
rich.
say the billionaires.
The
Because
billionaires.
you are rich.
The Bezos.
You can't be saying that.
I am. I'm rich in friendship.
Yes.
It's like they're so rich they lost perspective of how much money they actually have and what normal people have.
Sneeko says a lot of wild stuff, but when he joked that if she wants to eat the rich, she has to eat herself, that one hit. Because Pokimane was out here talking about wealth inequality from a boat in Venice with her millionaire friend. That's like talking about world hunger while holding a croissant made of gold. And that's one of the reasons the internet is mad at her. It's not just because she said something dumb, it's because the timing is disgusting. We're in an era where inflation's wild, rent looks like a boss fight, and this generation can't even afford starter lives. People are drowning in debt, side hustling 3 jobs, and watching eggs get priced like Birkin bags. Like what? So when someone worth millions flows through Venice talking about revolution, it doesn't sound inspiring. It sounds like a bad flex coming from someone who thinks that struggle is a fashion trend. If you think that's cool, then just do a Genyo Zamasu with the first homeless person you see. you're literally living the spin-off of Emily in Paris. If she had just said, I'm sorry guys, you're right, I'm privileged, I lost touch for a moment, my bad, then this whole drama goes away. But instead, she doubles down, talks circles, and play the victim.
It's weird to think about how many people have opinions about me, especially people who've probably like never consumed any of my content, which is understandable. Like that's just what happens probably when you're online for so long. But my main point is actually, as much as sometimes it bothers me to feel like my name is known in circles that I don't affiliate with or that are not a part of my community, the upside is sometimes I'll bring such nice people to my defense and I'm like I'm shocked. My heart is warm. I am flattered when I see people stand up for me that I never expect to, especially other streamers and stuff. You know what I mean? Kason just said he wants to do a Pokethon. I was in the middle of something.
She hits us with the oldest influencer trick in the book. You just don't know me like that. Pokimane, we don't need to watch every subathon minute to understand that what you just said makes no goddamn sense. This isn't about your Valorant clips. This isn't about your cozy streams. It's about the fact that when you open your mouth on big issues, you sound like someone who's never had a real world conversation outside of a content house. You don't need to watch her whole stream catalog to catch her saying, I hate the rich. That's not twisting her words, that's just quoting reality. When you go viral for something tone deaf, it's not misunderstanding, it's accountability. Pull it up with the receipts. The internet isn't judging her KD ratio, they judging the contradiction that even a Fortnite lobby could point out. Some of you might think that this is just a one-off moment and that she's not really that out of touch with her reality, but do you remember the cookies?
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways.
You can't call yourself relatable while selling cookies priced like concert tickets. If you're gonna tax people's grocery budget for 3 macadamia nuts and some oat flour, don't gaslight your audience into thinking they're broke but not wanted to drop rent money on artisanal snacks. She acted like there were sensu beans and they could save lives. But if I brought this back up, it's to really show that Pokimane does not understand your struggles, at least not anymore. But now you might be thinking, how does someone mess up this bad but still have millions of loyal followers? Well, simple, because it's not just about what Pokimane says, it's also about how she presents herself on the internet. The truth is, image is a weapon, and in Poki's case, wholesome branding is her shield. And if you made it that far, then you're probably the kind of viewer that actually thinks. If you love content that exposes and mocks what happens on the internet, then consider hitting that sub button. Not because I told you, but because you can see the beauty in my game. And if you do sub, then I'm about to make your summer legendary. I can't tell you how I will, but you just have to trust in the magic. Pokimane's whole brand is built on soft power, the wholesome girl next door, cute, sweet, harmless. And like Robert Greene would say, purity disarms criticism. When you seem pure, people hesitate to attack you. You don't need armor when you're draped in innocence. But when innocence starts shielding you from being held accountable, when it becomes a way to dodge fair critique, that's not purity anymore, that's manipulation. You can still be a kind person on stream and say dumb things off stream. You can be generous with your community and still be out of touch with reality. It doesn't make you a villain, it doesn't make you evil, it just makes you another rich person who's confused about how normal life actually works. So here's the bottom line, Pokimane does not need to apologize for being rich. That's the life she was given, that's the life she worked for. She doesn't need to apologize for that. But when you come and you start trying to be relatable like you're that average person who works a 9 to 5 or that person that has to live paycheck to paycheck, then that is the problem, because you are not like them. Apologizing would have saved her so much trouble, but of course she did not and decided to play the victim. That's the problem I and a lot lot of people on the internet have with Pokimane. Yeah, some people hate her because she's successful, because she's a woman, blah blah blah. She annoys me because a lot of times she will open her mouth, say something stupid, get called out, and then act like a victim. Like, you're not getting persecuted, and if you don't like that, then not even 7 times. Think 1,000 times before saying something. But that'll be all for today's video, guys. Another Pokimane drama because she just couldn't think before talking, and I'm pretty sure we'll see another one soon. But if you like that video, don't hesitate to share with a friend. Like, let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, does money really make those influencers lose touch with reality, or they were just always like that? And also, don't hesitate to sub. Either ultra rich, but not me. You're first.